Hi Felters and welcome. This is just a little video on some dog baubles that I did. I was at a craft fair last Sunday selling my sheep and my cow baubles, and the lady beside me said, oh, dog heads, wouldn't they be really cute? So I decided to give it a go. I do have those videos on the sheep and cows. I will link them at the end. So in this video we're going to do the little Jack Russell on the end. I will talk you through the Dachshund and the pug at the end, but otherwise this video would be so long. So first off, we're just going to make the base of the head, and I speeded it up loads. It's just a round ball made out of a core wool or any wool that you don't particularly like, and then put some white over the top. So it doesn't take long, just firm it up. Well, it does take long, I've speeded it up, but it took me about 15-20 minutes. And then now we're going to do the nose. So Jack Russells have quite a long nose, a bit like the Dachshund, not quite as long. And so I just rolled it up fairly firm and made an oblong shape, and then just keep the one end of it loose and then round off the other end. And the loose end, did you see I've just pulled it apart, and that's all helping attach it onto the head. As the nose goes up onto the head of a Jack Russell, there's a sort of a nice upward curve. So we're going to add a little bit more on as well in a minute. Now when I first started, the nose looked a little bit too big, but that's fine because I didn't overly felt it, so I had plenty of give. So I felted it a little bit later on and made it a bit shorter. So there we go, that's attaching a bit of the same colour wool all the way around, and that gives it that gentle curve and also helps really attach the nose to the base of the head. So there's quite a lot of give in the head as well there. I mean, it's firm enough, but I squidge it and squeeze it every now and again just to sort of, because the Jack Russell head is quite upright. So there we go, I'm just felting the nose back down a bit because it was still a little bit too long. Now, so I've done that nose bit, and now I'm going to do a lower jaw, because it really makes a difference if you attach the lower part of the jaw afterwards. I think it gives it a nice effect rather than just putting a mouth line across the nose. So I took a bit of wool, folded it back on itself, and then started to felt it. And then now I'm felting it to the lower half of the nose. And it gives you a lovely line in which I put a black line in a bit, and it just makes a nice feature of it. And I felt that Jack Russell's foreheads are quite prominent, so I've just added a little bit in the middle, in between where the eyes are going to be, just to give it a bit more of a bulge. And I think I had to do that on the Dachshund as well. There we go. So next we're going to add the colour on, or the markings. However you want them to go. They could go just right, well, whatever you want to do. It could go right around the eye, it could be like a little patch, but I think it's nice to have some colour because I think it makes it really distinguishable. And you could do some spots or dots, but I didn't. I just did over both eyes. I tried not to make it identical on both sides, so it is slightly different because I think that's more natural looking, and all the way round the base and underneath if you colour that as well. So I attach it all. I'm using the tri needle there to speed things up, and then I went over and I firmed it all up again a little bit more afterwards. There we go. Cover all your white gaps. Sorry about the light, it has been so rainy this week here. I have got the light on and the curtains open, so I do apologise if it looks a bit dark. So there we go. And I just went down that line down the middle to make sure it's nice and clear. So going to do the eyes. I have a picture of the Jack Russell on my computer up at the time, so you can see where the eyes are. All eyes are slightly different on all different types of dogs. So they're just apart a bit and up a bit from the nose. And I use that owl tool, which I've talked about a lot in my videos. It's perfect for making a really good hole with the eyes. And the eyes I use have got a piece of wire out the back of them. I mean, these are not for children, we know that. These are ornaments for grown-ups. So it's just got a piece of wire, and I find that the easiest to get in. Sometimes the plastic ones with quite big plastic on the end are harder to get in. So just glue them in, and they stay really well with just a little bit of glue. So the nose, I just took some black and I folded it over, folded it over, folded it over, and almost made it sort of a bit button shape. And then needle felt it a little bit there, and then pop it on the nose. And I always tack around the edge first, just to make sure I'm happy with where the nose is. And then I needle felt through the middle a little bit more. And in a minute I tried to do 2 little nostril holes where you just felt in one place repeatedly, and then on the other side. Very difficult for me to show you, it's very tricky to see with black. Black is a nightmare to work with, to make it look a bit more like a nose. And then I took a tiny little bit of black and put it through where the mouth is, so it just gives the mouth a little bit of definition. These are quick baubles, these are not supposed to be overly defined. You could spend hours doing a really good dog head, but these are supposed to be quite quick in order to sort of make quite a few if you wanted to sell at a craft fair or just for gifts for people. It did take me about 1.5 hours to 2 hours in all, and I sell them for about £12.50, £13. So I'm just defining either side of the nose a little bit more to make it a little bit more slopey and a prominent nose bone along the front. And then if you take some black and run it around the outside of the eyes, it just softens them a bit. And it makes a really big difference, I think. It gives them a much softer look. And it doesn't have to be, because this eye is quite big, it doesn't have to be a tiny amount of black. It's actually, I used quite a bit, I think. And so just work it around the outside of the eye. This is worth doing, I think, for these. There we go. So next we're just doing above the eye itself. I especially had to do quite a lot on the pug, but if you take some carded wool and then just roll it between your fingers and then curve it around the outside of the eye, with most of it being above the eye, it gives a bit more character to the eye, because the eyes are normally quite prominent and it's almost like an eyebrow in a way. And then just needle felt it in, so it merges. The carded wool is so good because it merges so well, and you really can affect his expression with these eyebrows, so do play around with it. You could add a bit more, most definitely, but like I said, I wanted to sort of just get these done with looking a bit characterful and a bit sweet. So the ears, I take 2 bits of wool, I layered them up, and then if you see how I folded it back on itself into a triangle, and it gives me a really good pointed ear. And then needle felt it on both sides. Remember always to pull it off your mat several times, because otherwise it can get stuck in the mat. And then in a minute we're going to do the edges of the ears. So I needle felt it through quite a bit on both sides, so I'm happy that it's felted and joined. And then I get 2 bits of, you've probably seen me do this before, 2 bits of card, or this, I've actually got 2 coasters to help make the edge of the ears, and I put them sandwiched between it, hold them really tight, and then needle felt downwards, and it's the best thing ever because you don't hurt your fingers. So 2 bits of card, 2 bits of plastic, anything would do. I just happen to have these coasters, so it gives you a lovely edge. So do both edges and then do a second ear, and now we're going to attach them and play around with it, fold it over, see where you think it looks right, and then start attaching. If it's wrong, you can always just pull it off and start again. But yeah, needle felt it underneath. All the ends of the ears that you left fluffy and loose really help with attaching. And I just needle felt them all in and make sure they're not showing, those end bits showing underneath. And then once you're happy with the position, fold it where you want it to be, and then just do some gentle needle felts all over. Don't do them sort of too close together because it'll start to show as a sort of an area you're felting further in. So just do gentle felts all over, and then attach the second ear. Look at the back of the head, make sure they're at the same angle, make sure they look the same length as well. I had to change my one a little bit because it wasn't quite the same length. Neaten it up underneath, fold it over, and then some gentle felts down. And he's already sort of starting to show some character. I think he looks really sweet. And the last thing we're going to do is attach the ribbon to the top. So take a piece of ribbon, fold it in half. I just sew through twice, then I fold the end over just to give you something strong to attach. And we're going to put a little bit of felted wool over the top of it afterwards anyway to cover up all the joins. So you have to go slightly forwards with these ones because they've got the nose, and I'll do it, sew it in a few times. We're going to have a bit of a close-up, and then I'll test it to see if it's hanging correctly, because you wouldn't want it to hang wrong. So yeah, it's hanging really well. And I'll just show you a close-up. So I'm going into the wool slightly and then out and around. I also do a couple all the way through so it goes a little bit deeper. And because we're going to cover it up afterwards, it doesn't show. Just testing it, checking it's okay. I did a little bit round the back, but it's really easy. It attaches quite firmly actually. I'm really happy with the way it attaches into the wool. There we go. And then just take a bit of felt, and actually I had to round off the end of the white there because it sort of blocked off some of the white, so I had to just do a little curve. And then the bit right across where you've sewn is quite tricky. You can't really needle felt through it, but if you needle felt either side, then it becomes quite tight and it's absolutely fine. You can try and felt it a bit, but the needle doesn't go all the way through the ribbon. So, and that just neatens it up nicely. I've got 3 horse commissions to do over the next few weeks, a goat and another valet sheep. So I'm going to be doing some videos on the horses, I think. I'm going to do the hooves, paws and claws as well, because that'll all be part of it. I've got most of the video for that. But there he is, all done. He's just a cute little head of a dog. And so the Doberman, the Dachshund, is the same, nice long nose. Just take the features of the dog. If you look at the pictures, so I did the lower jaw in the other colour, and then I did 2 round bits around the side, then 2 bits above the eyes, and ears, and that's it really. He's not too hard. He's quite similar to the Jack Russell. And then the pug was a little bit trickier, so I had to do quite a lot on the pug, lots of extra folds, and you could go a little bit mad actually with the pug. So it's hard to do whilst I'm holding him. He had a triangle at the bottom first, then I did 2 lump bits for the lips there, then I did a nose, oh stay still, then I did the nose, then I did a roll behind that in cream and added some light black on top, rolls round the eyes, lots of black, see the shape of the eyes up above, and then a black bit in the middle, and that sort of gives you the feature, all black ears. And that's it for him. So now the other thing I want to show you in a minute is that I did another dog and I did it completely wrong, and even I am not very good sometimes. So here's what I created. He's quite sweet. He's a mix between a fox and a Yorkshire Terrier, but he wasn't what I was aiming for, but my daughter loves him, so she's going to keep him. So even I managed to get it completely wrong sometimes. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've got lots more videos that I'm still trying to do, and yeah, I just think I probably won't do any more baubles because I've done them to death. I'm going to do some ponies standing up, but thanks for watching and see you again soon.